You were very emotional on Twitter about what happened the other day. What are your thoughts now that things might be in a better place with the teammate?
Yeah, my first thought was, he just had a child, and I'm about to have a child, and like many of my teammates and many of y'all have children, and that was just my first thought. So I just wanted to pray and get that out there. I know prayers are very strong, and the more people that send prayers his way, I know God's going to do a great job with him and everything like that. But he texted me, and that was a big sigh of relief. So it was good to get that text from him.
What has he been like? I mean, he went on IR before the season started, and he's new to the team. So what kind of role has he played? Mentor, guy to lean on, stuff like that?
Yeah, I mean, just great special team ace. Takes his job very seriously. Great locker room guy. Great friend and teammate.
What kind of challenge? Obviously, it's obvious Lamar's a huge challenge, but as a defensive end, what is your mindset facing such a great player who can do so many creative things with the ball?
Yeah, I mean, just got to do your job the best of your ability. A lot of guys, they like to do something called cage and, just stay in front of him as a defensive line. And, to me, I think you just got to throw your stuff and you still got to go get him. But he's definitely very dynamic in the backfield, very dynamic, extending plays with his legs. I've been doing extra running, staying off sugary drinks and stuff like that, getting ready for him. Very special player, but I have all the confidence for all the guys in this room, in this locker room, to get the job done.
How difficult is it to prepare for a quarterback like that? Because he is so different than most of the guys you face.
You just gotta stay active, man. Stay active, high motor, keep going. Especially in the Cleveland game, I seen Miles getting after him, and he's just very active. It didn't happen instantly. On all of those, he's very active. Lamar was extending the play, and he ended up getting home. So just staying active, high motor, and doing your job at a high level.
How cool is it to face a guy like that? I mean, you're not in awe of any opponent, but he's a legendary guy, Lamar Jackson. How cool is it just to face him and compete against him?
Yeah, it's super cool. He's actually my first NFL career sack, so it's super cool that's just the case. So I'm looking to get one or two more on Sunday against him. Just doing my job at a high level. I know everybody's focused on the 1 of 11, bringing this defensive unit to where we believe it can be.
Very good.
How much did that help that you had tape from last week with Miles? Was able to get after him a little bit?
Yeah, definitely helps a lot. Miles is, again, very generational. Does things at a very elite and special level. So just being able to watch that and take that from the game, see how he approached those guys, and you always want to take what you can from a performance like that and apply it to you.
How important is it to not run past them, get too aggressive, go upfield, and give them those escape lanes?
Yeah, when you get back there with a mobile quarterback, especially like Lamar, it's all about changing your stride, coming under control. A lot of times when he's shaking those guys, they're a little out of control. Not great pad level. So just really fundamental things like that is on my mind.
Not drinking sugar.
Yeah. I mean, that's more of a personal thing. I just, I'm chasing after a lot of guys as the season's going on, and I just want to shed off any kind of weight that's slowing me down, so I can, turn those hurries or hits or pressures into sacks, because I can do that. So, and especially this is a guy like we've been talking about this week. It's very important.
Baltimore? Oh, it's nice. I mean, they got some great grass out there. We played on a lot of turf this year, so I'm just thankful to get on some good grass. Last time I played there was pretty chilly, pretty temperate weather, so it should be pretty nice to be able to get after it.
How tough a place is that to play for an opposing team?
I mean, for a guy like me, I've always just locked in on my assignment, just kind of locking in. Once you get locked in so much on what you're doing, all the noise is kind of shut out. Defense isn't on the snap count, so it's kind of easy to lock in, just go off and moving and get ready to do what you got to do.
How's this group adjusted now post the trade deadline? How's this group adjusted going into the second half of the year?
Yeah, I think guys have really taken advantage of their roles growing and opened up, me included. I think it gives guys a chance to go ahead and learn a little bit more about the playbook, learn a little bit more about how to rush and how to work together. And that's something that's congealing us as a D-line, and I think it's going to pay dividends for us.
You guys did have success against the Patriots stopping the run. I think they averaged under 4 yards per carry. What went into that?
Yeah, just a detailed week of prep, and then just the nastiness that the guys have up front. Just taking it kind of as having the chip on your shoulder, kind of getting back to what we need to be and how we need to look out there on the field.
Pretty good. With their offensive line, they have a lot of massive guys. Daniel.
Follow it? Yeah.
He's like 6'8", 350. What's that challenge like facing an offensive line that's so huge?
Yeah, I mean, with anything, you get there and you get your rush plan or your, run plan against the guy. But one thing that is important in D-line is just relying on your technique and fundamentals. No matter if you're going against a Goliath or if you're going against, Daniel, David, you got to still strike the guy the same way. So, strike him the same way, play with good technique, and be able to, get rid of the guy and be where you need to be on all times.
And dealing with Lamar as a defensive lineman with the dual threat player he is?
Yeah, just being really smart in your rush lanes, on pass plays, just being really smart in your rush lanes. Obviously has a run component with his zone read action. So, just really dialing in on our opponent's kind of run schemes and dialing in on what we have to do as a defense to stop that, especially on the D-line front.
What about the challenge of facing Lamar and Henry? That 1-2 punch.
Yeah.
Seems like a very big task.
Yeah, no. I mean, just like anything, they're very great players, but no matter what, I'm very, 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 very – I got a lot of trust in this group. We had a great week of prep, and we're kind of doing a good job of dissecting what they got going on, especially with the zone read, kind of the trap plays. So it should be a good show on Sunday.
With Derrick Henry, is it important to get him early so he doesn't build up ahead of steam?
Yeah, so, there's been studies showing or whatever, getting him to check his feet or whatever, but it's all about getting knocked back up front and being where you need to be. So once we get knocked back up front and we're where we need to be, we can create negative plays and be able to get him to check his feet and get that ball down.